This is Jeremy from Adega Vinho Winery. Just want to say hello and put together a quick video for you guys, just telling you a little bit about us and the shipment you guys are going to receive, which we're super stoked about. So my name is Jeremy. I'm the Sommelier and Brand Ambassador here at Adega Vinho, and we are in the north block of our vineyard. I thought it'd be kind of a cool place to kind of showcase who we are, and it feels nice outside. It's fall finally. So you guys are going to get a shipment of some really cool wines, including a rosé that was grown actually in this block of fruit. So a little bit about us. Andy and Elena Bilger, along with Andy's brother Michael, are our founders, and Michael is the winemaker. And the idea was Texas family, 100% Texas grown grapes, sort of tipping our hats to Portugal. Andy and Elena had taken a trip to Portugal well before we opened, and were really inspired by the culture, the people, the wines. And the idea was to kind of showcase our take on some of those grapes. The property was purchased in 2016, planted the first vines in 2017, planted a second block of vines, which we're standing in now. This block was planted in 2019, and we just planted some Chardonnay this year. So we have a baby block that just got planted. So the estate consists of 14.5 acres of grapevines and 12.5 producing at the moment. And we're a small producer, boutique operation, mom and pop, family owned. And the idea is boutique wine, premium wines, and that's kind of the gist of who we are. The Portuguese reference with Adega Vinho, it means wine cellar or wine house in Portugal. So the whole idea was to make premium Texas wines, sort of tipping our hats to Portugal. 5 of the 10 varieties planted on the estate are Portuguese. We have Arento, Alvarinho for the whites, and Touriga Nacional, Tinta Cal, and Susau on the reds. We also have Tempranillo, Mourvèdre, Sangiovese, a little bit of Cabernet Franc, and now Chardonnay planted. So it's a pretty good spectrum of grapes that we really enjoy working with here in the Hill Country. And the Chardonnay is sort of a rebellious planting, which is not the simplest grape to grow in Texas, but it can be beautiful on the right vintage and on the right vineyard site. And we feel that we have soil composition appropriate for that. So we're planted on a Hill Country site, which is a hard pan, so sort of this loose caliche limestone soil over a little bit of sand and some clay, depending on where you're at in the vineyard. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of that. So as far as the wines you're getting, you guys are going to get a bottle. They're all award winners, and we actually selected wines that all won an award in the same competition, which is the San Francisco Chronicle wine competition. Super proud of that. We really enjoy winning awards in Texas, but California has a different mindset when it comes to the judging. It's judges that don't have a Texas palate, and when you can blindly have a Hill Country wine go, or High Plains wine, go to SFO and score well, that's always really cool. So you guys are going to get a bottle of the 2021 Estate Mourvèdre Rosé. We are a rosé house. I can't say that strongly enough. I don't know if we open with the anticipation of being known for rosé, but that is our thing. We make a ton of rosé every year. The one you guys will get was one of, I think, 3 or 4 we made in 2021. It was a rainy vintage. It really wasn't the best vintage we've seen on the site, but it was good for rosé because we were going to pick early anyway. So we picked Mourvèdre from this block of fruit out here. These are 2019 plantings, and the fruit was stunning. In my opinion, it was probably the crown jewel of the vineyard that year. And it won a lot of awards in San Francisco. It was our first international publication. There was a writer for Forbes that lives in New York that listed that wine in her top, I think, 30 international rosés. So I firmly believe at this moment that is still probably the best rosé we've made to date. It's a bit of a biased statement, but we wanted to pick out a wine we thought you guys would really enjoy. So you guys are going to get a bottle of that. There's also a bottle of our non-vintage Pordosol. It's actually a 2017 and 2018 collaboration of Mourvèdre and Tempranillo. And Pordosol is our signature blend. It's the house wine. It's sort of one of our biggest production wines every year for a small batch producer, and probably our most known wine. It's a great blend, and the idea was a bottle of wine you can enjoy on the back porch watching the sun go down, and that's where it got its name. Pordosol means sunset in Portuguese, and it came from 2 vineyards out of the High Plains, and it's just a really balanced wine, nice tannins, nice structure, and again, I feel like it's probably one of the best Portosols we made, and we started making that wine back in 2017. So really cool wine for you guys to enjoy. And if you like that, you can come visit us anytime. And Pordosol is a regular occurrence in our wine program. And it's usually that blend. Finally, we have a double gold winner in San Francisco, which is the Parr Touriga. Touriga Nacional is one of our favorite grapes to work with here, and it's really kind of the inspiration for the name of Adega Vinho. We have some planted on our vineyard, but this was grown over at Parr Vineyards in Mason, Texas. And Rob Parr and his wife grow beautiful fruit. They have a winery with their own label out there in Mason as well. And won a double gold in San Francisco recently. It's actually not technically released, so you guys are actually getting a sort of a pre-release example of this wine. I'll be honest, we feel it's a bit young yet, which is why we haven't officially released it, but with some decanting or a little bit of bottle time, it's beautiful. Or if you guys choose to have it with a meal, it's well apt to be paired with a fatty dish like a steak or some prime rib or maybe a heavy pasta with some cream sauce. It's a beautiful, beautiful wine. So yeah, so that's the lineup. Hope that kind of goes over who we are. Family owned and operated, 100% Texas grown grapes. We have an expansive estate here in the Hill Country in Stonewall, Texas. And we wanted to select not just three award winners for you guys to enjoy, but three really fantastic wines that we were super excited about: the Rosé, the Touriga, and the Pordosol. So hope you enjoy them. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to any of us here, and we're happy to answer questions as far as you know, the wines and you know, anything like that. So hope you enjoy. Cheers, and hopefully we'll see you soon at the estate.